through it. So, Basil, chapter 7, it's called Old and New Friends. Could you tell me
Yes.
who are the old and the new friends?
The old is Emily. The
Okay,
bigger is and the bigger is
yes,
and Steerford. I
perfect.
don't know his name exactly, but it's called
Okay,
something like this.
and what do you think?
Mr.
Who is the
McCullough,
excellent? Perfect. And what about the new friends, my dear? Who are the new friends?
Dora, I think.
Yes, perfect. Great.
Ho,
Yeah, Ham. You mean
and
Ham, right? You mean Ham.
Ham. I'm
Yeah,
saying
yeah,
so.
Ham. Yeah, amazing. Now, by the way, Basil said beautiful things. He's right. We have old friends and new friends. This means that David Copperfield will meet the old friends, like he said, the Piggies and Steerforth, and later he's going to make new friends like a girl. Her name is Dora, and Ham. But by the way, Uriah Heep is not a friend at all. So let's continue asking Basil. Basil, first question of chapter 7. What did David decide to work? Now, guys, we know from chapter 6 that David finished school, so now he's going to work. What job he decided to
After
work?
long decisions,
Yeah,
he 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 decided to be a lawyer.
excellent. He decided to be a lawyer. Amazing, Basil. And of course, my dear, he's going to work in an office. Do you remember the name of the office that he's going to work in?
Maybe.
What's the name?
Uh, I don't know
Spend.
the first. It's
Uh-huh.
something and Jack Jenkins,
Jorkins.
something like
Jorkins.
this.
Yeah. Look, my dears,
George.
the office that David is going to work in is called, and please memorize these two names, Spenlow and Jorkins. Morning, Takbira. Spenlow and Jorkins. So here he decided to work in this kind of office. Okay, continue, my dear, answering this question. One day, David saw an old friend. Who was that old friend? Okay, my dear, I will tell you the question in a different way. My dear, David Copperfield decided to live his life freely like a single man or a bachelor. Single, or I can say a bachelor. And he spent most of the evenings going to theater every night and having fun. And once he was in the theater, he saw an old friend. Who was that friend? Yeah, Basil, it's your turn. Yeah, you can answer.
Steerforth.
Excellent. One day, once he was spending his time in the theater and he's leaving the theater, he met Steerforth. Do you remember the name that Steerforth called him with?
Daisy.
Excellent. Why did he call him Daisy? I see, Farida. Your turn is coming now. Yeah. So why did he call him Daisy? By the way, Steerforth most of the time calls David the word Daisy. Why is calling him Daisy? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Basil. Let's go to Farida. Farida? But thank you, my dear. Farida, you can answer this question. Why does he call him Daisy? And what is the Daisy? Farida, you can answer. Farida, unmute yourself. Wait.
Okay, because David reminded Steerforth of a fresh daisy at sunrise.
Excellent, my dear. Do you know, guys, Daisy is a name of a flower, a fresh flower, white flower, beautiful flower. So Steerforth always calls David the word Daisy because he reminded him of this kind of flower which is young, innocent, and fresh. And this flower, by the way, appears in the morning, in the sunrise. Okay, Frida, can you answer this question? What did David suggest to Steerforth to do with him? One day, he David told Steerforth to go with him to such place, but Steerforth felt a little bit ashamed to invite him to go that place. What was that place?
Yarmouth.
Excellent. He suggested to him to go to visit Yarmouth with him. What do you think? Steerforth liked the place or no?
What?
What
He
did
liked it.
Steve? Well, yes. What was the proof?
What?
Prove to me that Steerforth liked that place.
He liked that place because of Emily.
Yes, that's perfect. Could you tell me, Farida, when they went to Yarmouth, they found that they were celebrating something. The piggery celebrating with something. What was that thing?
Yeah.
Yeah,
The engagement of Ham and Emily.
amazing, good girl. Do you know, guys, when David and Steerforth went to Yarmouth, they found the piggeries were celebrating Han and Emily's engagement. You know, engagement, it's a party before the marriage, before they get in marriage. Excellent. And by the way, Emily looked beautiful and she was happy, but once she met Steerforth and David, she totally changed. Why? Why did she change? Farida, why did she
Because she
change?
liked the Steerforth. She liked the
Maybe she
Steerforth.
liked Steerforth and something else. Maybe she
She
liked
hit
Steerforth.
David.
What?
I know it. Wait.
No.
She liked the Steerforth. Okay. Wait.
I know, Takbira, you know the answer. Your turn is coming, my dear. Okay, can I help you?
Because she thought about her old desire to be a
Excellent.
lady when she heard David and Steerforth talking about London.
Perfect, my dear. By the way, guys, Emily was happy with her engagement, but once she saw David and Steerforth, she remembered her old desire to be a lady. So once Steerforth talked or spoke, the desire seemed to come back to her mind again, and she wanted to be a lady. She remembered that she wanted to be a lady. Thank you, my dear. Let's go to Tikbira. Did you revise Tikbira?
Yeah.
Great,
7,
Tikbira.
8, 9.
Yes, perfect, Tikbira. Okay, Tikbira, I asked Farida before that Steerforth liked the fisherman's life. What was the proof that Steerforth liked the fisherman's life? By the way, Steerforth is from a rich family, but there is a proof show to us that Steerforth liked that kind of life, the simple life and the life of the poor people. What was the proof?
Wait.
Okay.
You don't know.
You don't know. Who knows the answer? If you know
Yes,
the
I
answer,
didn't hear the question.
prove to me that Steerforth liked the fisherman's
Yes, I
life.
know.
Okay, Beast, you
I-
can tell me? Okay, tell me.
He got a boat and called it Little Emily.
Excellent, excellent. Steerforth liked the fisherman's life, by the way. What was the proof, guys? Steerforth bought, he got a boat and he called the boat Little Emily. This showed to us that Steerforth liked this kind of life. And later we're going to know why did he do that. Perfect. And later, guys, they went back from Yarmouth and they went back to London. And David was busy with his kind of life. And of course, we know that He was working in an office of Spenlow and Jorkins. One day, Mr. Spenlow invited David to his office for dinner party, and David met someone there. Who was that person? Who was that person? Who was that person?
Miss, I know it.
Only Basil? If you know the answer, you can unmute yourself and tell me.
Miss, I think Uriah Heep.
No, 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 no.
Wait, I'm just checking.
Guys, who said Dora?
Me.
Lama. Lama? Who's? Yeah,
Takbira.
Takbira. Okay, Takbira. Let's continue with Takbira. Yes, Takbira. He met Dora.
I didn't.
Okay. He met Dora. Dora was the daughter of Mr. Spenlow. Okay, thank you, Takbira. Could you continue with me, Takbira? By the way,
Right.
the first time David saw Dora, he
Fell in love.
Yeah.
Fell in love.
Yes, he fell in love with her and he wanted to marry her. Did he marry her
Worked
at the
hard
end,
until
Takbira?
she agreed.
Takbira, did he? Yes, you're right. Takbira, did he marry Dora at the end or no?
Yes.
He married her.
Yes, perfect, Takbira. He married her. Okay, Takbira, another question. David's life seemed to be going well. How? How his life was going well? Could you prove to me?
Again?
David's life seemed to be going well. What was the proof?
Miss, how do I know?
A writer and saved enough money
Excellent, excellent,
to
Takbira.
buy,
Yes,
a little house.
perfect, my dear. Excellent. Good, my dear. It's excellent. Everything in his life seemed to be going well, guys. He worked part-time as a writer and he saved enough money to buy a little house for Dora and for him. And Bessie was happy for both of them. Okay, at the end of this chapter, by the way, guys, Dora was, became a close friend to whom? Yes, Basil,
Agnes.
excellent. She became a close friend to Agnes. And by the way, they had a funny situation together. Once David was, sitting with Dora and Agnes, Dora told him something weird. She told him that, by the way, David, I think that Agnes is better for you as a wife, not me. But David told her, no, I love you because I love you as you are.
And I love you more than anything
Yes.
in this world.
Could you tell me,
And
guys?
then Dora told them, this toilet is a large place.
Excellent, my dear. Okay, who can answer this question, my dears? Why did Dora think that Agnes would be better to David as a wife? Why did Dora think that Agnes would be a better wife to David?
How do I know?
Again,
Jenna,
again.
Jenna.
Thought that she was sick.
Let's see. Okay, Jenna,
Because she
could
was
you answer? No, Jenna will answer this question. Yes, Jenna, could you tell me why do you think that Dora thought that Agnes is better wife for David, not her?
okay.
Yes, my dear. Can you tell me the answer, my dear? Why did Dora think that Agnes would be better to David?
Oh, wait.
Because they were best friends.
Miss,
Okay.
I know.
Mm-mm.
Miss, I know it.
I want
Miss, I know.
Jenna. Why do you think, my dear, why do you think that Dora thought that Agnes would be better to David?
Because
My dear.
Miss, I know it. Miss, I know also. I think.
Okay, let's see, Rahma. Rahma, can you tell me why?
Miss, I think she's smart.
Okay, you mean that Agnes is smarter? Maybe. Right? What else?
Yes, I know.
Okay, Farida, wait. Okay, thank you, Rahma. Let's go to Farida. Why Farida?
Miss, because Zora acted like a child.
Excellent, excellent, Farida, because Dora acted like a child. That's why she thought that Agnes would be better wife to David. Let's go to chapter 8, and I will start with Melek. Melek? Melek? Omar, our chapter is called Unsettling Time. What's the meaning of unsettling? Unsettling, my dear, means it has a lot of problems, a lot of difficulties. So David, in that time, we know from that chapter 7 that he had a beautiful life and happy life. In that chapter, his life is going to be very dull, very dull. And we're going to know how now, Omar. So, Omar,
Can I answer, please? I know.
could you tell me how was his life became worse, my dear?
Please, please.
Tell me.
One day he came to Mr. Biggity.
Yep.
He was sitting on a parlor
Yes. Excellent. Great.
and looked sad
Yes. Why did Mr. Piggery look sad?
because Emily,
Yes.
because he can't find Emily.
Excellent, my dear. Excellent, my dear Omar. Perfect, Omar. Omar is right, guys. Mr. Piggery became, one day he was very upset and sad because he couldn't find Emily. Could you continue with me? Where did Emily go, my dear? Omar, continue. Where did Emily go?
Okay.
I can't hear you.
Who can't hear me?
Me, تكبيرة.
Tegbira, by the way, you have a problem in internet connection. You have a problem, by the way. So could you please stay close to the internet? Could you please stay close to the Wi-Fi? You're so close to it? Because the internet connection with you is a little bit hard because I see you going there and coming back again. So I feel that there's a problem in internet connection. So continue, Omar.
She ran with
Excellent. Excellent, Omar. She ran away with the steer fourth. Okay. Could you continue, Omar? Why did Emily run away with the steer fourth? Emily ran away. Again, Rahma, Mr. Piggery was upset. David asked Mr. Piggery why you were upset and sad. Mr. Piggery told him because he couldn't find Emily, and Emily ran away with the steer fourth. Now Omar will tell us why did Emily run away with the steer fourth?
because she wants to be.
Excellent, because she wanted to be a lady, and she thought that Steerforth would make her a lady. Excellent, excellent, Omar. Thank you so much.
Mr. Jumana Shady have a problem in the internet.
Jumana Shari? Jumana, Jana, it's your turn, my dear. Okay, my dear. One day, Agnes sent a letter to David in London. Why did she send a letter and why was she worried? Again, why did Agnes send a letter to David and why was she worried? I know, Basin, you know the answer. Just raise your hand. If she cannot answer, I'm going to ask you. Again, Jenna. Jenna,
Yeah,
could you answer the question?
yeah. It
So
was
could you
from
please
Agnes.
answer? Because of
Yeah.
what?
It was from Agnes. She was in London and
Yeah.
wanted to see him.
Yes, great. Why she wanted to see David?
She said it was very important. I
Yeah,
rushed to see her and
yeah,
realized that she was very upset.
Yeah, why was she upset, my dear? Why did she send a letter? Because she wanted David's help. She wanted David to help her. Why did she want David to help her?
My father Uriah Heep are going to become a business partners.
Yeah,
Uriah Heep is still encouraging my father to drink too much.
encouraging. Excellent, excellent,
Encouraging.
Jana. Thank you, my dear. Perfect.
You're
My
welcome.
dearest guys, Mr. Wickfield and Uriah Heep are about to become business partners, and Uriah Heep is encouraging her father to drink too much wine. Why? Because he wanted to trick her father to steal his money and to steal his business. That's why
And
having
to marry his
secret.
daughter.
Excellent, excellent, perfect. That's why she wanted. She was very worried. Yes, Takbira?
What is the meaning of pretending?
Pretend means acting. Pretending means acting. He was acting like an honest person, but he's not honest, as you know. Thank you, Jenna. Let's go to Lama. Lama?
Hi, Mister.
Hi, my dear. Now, my dear, one day, David found Mr. Micawber working with him, working with Uriah Heep. Yes, perfect. Why was Mr. Micawber's behavior strange? And by
He
the way,
was asking.
in the story, David said, I found Mr. Micawber's behavior to be rather peculiar. Peculiar means strange. Why was Mr. Micawber acting like a strange man? Why? Why is behavior strange?
Because he was asking him many questions.
Money from
No, my dear. This is Uriah Heep. I'm talking about Mr. Micawber.
Miss, I want to say it. Miss, I know it.
Halama, why did Mr. Micawber act in a strange way?
Because he was an
Yes, I
evil
know
man.
it.
Because he's what?
Was an evil man. I don't, and David didn't trust him.
Okay, I will tell you something else. You're right. Uriah Heep was an evil man. And by the way, Mr. Micawber one day told David that he would never work with evil people. That's why David found that Mr. Micawber's behavior strange, because one day Mr. Micawber told David that he would never work with evil people. That's why David found his behavior a little bit strange. Okay, Lama?
Okay.
Okay, my dear, could you tell me what was Uriah Heep planning for? He was planning for something. What was that plan? What was that plan?
His plan
What was that plan? Uriah Heep was
to be
planning for doing.
Please me.
to be friendly
To be friendly to him.
with David and
No. Rahma, do you know?
Miss, I know it.
Rahma Said, do you know?
Miss, what is the question?
What was Uriah Heep planning for? What was the plan of Uriah Heep?
Miss, I know it.
Omar Auf, do you know?
Miss, I think he was planning for making David die.
No.
Miss, I
Omar,
know it. Can I
what
say
was
it?
no? What was Uriah Heep planning for, Omar? Uriah Heep was planning for something evil. What was that thing?
Miss drink a lot of wine.
No. we already knew that Uriah was encouraging Mr. Wickfield to drink a lot of wine. And later, when David
He's taking
Copperfield went
advantage
to,
of a good man.
yeah,
Miss
but
Mary Agnes? Miss Mary Agnes?
Frida, did I tell you to answer? Omar, Uriah was
It's
planning
not even
for
Frida.
something else.
I don't know.
Uriah, okay, Jenna, do you know?
I think
Yeah?
that he want to kill him.
No? Basil? Basil?
To marry Agnes.
Excellent. Like Farida said before, and
Yes,
Basil,
but it's not evil.
Yes, I said it
it's
before
evil,
you
my
asked
dear.
this question.
How?
So what was Uriah planning for? Uriah was planning to marry Miss Agnes. And by the way, my dear Rahma, Agnes doesn't want to marry him. And he wanted to marry her
So
by
I wanted
force.
some.
So David
Yeah,
went
okay.
to, yeah. So David went to Uriah and he told him that this would never happen. And if you are going to do that, he will kill him. Got it, my dears? So here at the end,